Our first question that I'll share here is someone who's worried about doing too much in Ramadan because how can I maintain it after Ramadan? So should someone be worried about doing too much worship in Ramadan because they're worried about not being able to maintain it after the month concludes? So we'll just go counterclockwise here. We'll start with Dr. Haifaa, if you would like to answer this, and then we'll just go around, inshallah. If you can keep the answers brief, we'll be able to hopefully get to more audience questions as well, inshallah.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. I don't know if I will say anything is too much for Ramadan. Whatever we do, there is more to do. So keep going. And then when we go to any training camp, we do a lot. So if you get 10 when you leave, you will be able to do 7. If you get out with 5, when you leave, you will get 3. So keep doing the maximum you can do. And don't worry about after Ramadan. Worry about Ramadan for now. Allah will keep you strong. And even if you lose some of it, you're still way better than when you entered Ramadan. And that's the whole goal about it.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't realize what's happening.
He said short, so I just kept it short.
Allah barik fik, ya Rab. So, I mean, just in terms of the after Ramadan portion, I would say that, one of the real ways in which we set ourselves up for failure is the assumption that, we kind of get a little overconfident about our abilities, and then post Ramadan comes and we realize that this Ramadan vibe is not exactly there anymore. And then we kind of go from 0 to 60, 60 down to 10, and then 10 to back down to 0. And so, I think it's important to know from the get-go that what you are maintaining in Ramadan is very difficult to maintain outside of Ramadan. And I would say that you should not expect that of yourself. You should not expect that you will maintain after Ramadan that what you were doing in Ramadan at the same level. So you should be ready to scale down after Ramadan to a meaningful level, just so that you don't go to the point of 0. خَيْرُ الْأَعْمَالُ أَدْوَمُهَا وَإِنْ قَلَّ. The best of actions are that which are done consistently, even if few in number. If you were praying, 21 rak'at, because just remember, last Ramadan you may have prayed 8, 21 rak'at, every night, and then maybe you haven't prayed the qiyam since last Ramadan, and that's a stark reality. So I would scale down almost immediately, come to a very reasonable place, 2 rak'at, even just if it's witr, that's better than going down to 0. Wallahu a'lam.
Okay, so if we're going in a circle, that makes me next. I don't think you should worry in the last days of Sha'ban about Shawwal. I feel like Shaitan is coming to whisper in your ear and telling you, oh, don't plan big things, plan little things to grab you before you come in. So definitely I would say put the worry, are we even going to live to Shawwal? Like put the worry about that, leave that, like worry about that when Shawwal comes. Enter Ramadan with energy and strength and help and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help, inshallah, and be with good companions. Inshallah, you do a lot and it'll carry you through.
There's not much more I can add to these, what our fellow scholars and my colleagues. It's my first time seeing them tonight, so assalamu alaikum to all of you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Likewise. But sometimes there are unnatural seasons. They're unnatural in a good way. You'll never be able to do what you do in Hajj outside of Hajj. You'll never be able to do in Ramadan what you do out of Ramadan. But also, I would like to give you a different vantage point, and that sometimes the deeds is not something that's so much you have to think about, but rather the one whom you're doing it for and the motivation for which you're doing these deeds. If that's what's on your mind, then that will stay after Ramadan with you. So Allah has made us worship him by seeking safety from something, desiring something for our dunya or our akhirah, and for the pure love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I've always found it for myself, if you can keep your eye on your goal, more so than what you do. If you have a goal, if you have a desire, a strong desire in your heart, you will do so much in and out of Ramadan. But if we're looking solely at what we're doing, then we've maybe taking our mind off of the one for whom we're doing it and the reward that he has to offer. So maybe that vantage point will shift a little bit, because those goals and those motivations and those desires will be with you in Shawwal and Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah and year 2 and year 3 and year 4, and they'll be with you forever.
Yeah.